Stop recording your voice 10 times just to hate it 10 different ways. If you have an iPhone and you're still struggling to get clean narration into your videos, I'm about to save you a ridiculous amount of time, because I'm going to tell you my 2 favorite AI text-to-voice generator apps for iPhone from the App Store, and exactly when to use each one. And before you say anything, yes, I know, AI voices can sound robotic if you use them the lazy way. But if you use the right app for the right job and you write the text the right way, people don't scroll because they think, oh, that's AI. People scroll because the delivery is boring. The voice is just the vehicle. The script and the pacing are what win. So here's how I think about it. I don't want one app that tries to do everything and does none of it well. I want one app that is insanely fast and one app that gives me insane control. App number 1 is my Speed app. This is the one I use when I'm trying to go from idea to posted video as fast as possible. You type, you pick a voice, you generate, you export. That's it. No complicated setup, no 50 sliders, no messing around. When inspiration hits, you don't want friction, you want output. App number 2 is my quality control app. This is the one I use when I'm making something that needs to sound deliberate, like a story time, like a tutorial, like an ad, like a long explanation where the difference between good and great is the pacing, the emphasis, the pauses, and how the energy changes from line to line. And I'm telling you right now, if you pick only one, you'll eventually get annoyed. Because speed without control feels shallow, and control without speed feels like homework. Having both is the cheat code. Now let me show you exactly how I use them, because this is where it becomes viral. When I'm making short-form content, the first thing I generate is not the whole script, it's the hook. The hook is the most expensive sentence in your entire video. If the hook is weak, nothing else matters. I will generate 3 different versions of the same hook, and I will pick the one that feels like it grabs you by the shirt. Here's a hook formula you can steal. You're doing something normal, but it's secretly the reason your videos flop. Another hook formula. I tested this so you don't have to, and the results shocked me. Another one. If you only change one thing this week, change this. Those are not magical words. The magic is the promise, the curiosity, the certainty, and the voice delivery needs to match that. So in my Speed app, I'll type something like, "You're not bad at content. You're just using the wrong voiceover workflow, and here's the 2-app setup that fixed it." Then I generate it in 2 voices. One voice that is calm and confident, and one voice that is faster and more intense. I listen for which one makes me want to keep going, because that's the test. If you don't want to keep listening, the viewer won't either. Now, once I have the hook, I move into the body, and this is where my second app shines. In the Quality Control app, I paste the full script, then I break it into sections in my head. 1. Problem. 2. Why it matters. 3. What most people do wrong. 4. The fix. 5. Proof or example. 6. A simple call to action. If you notice, that's basically storytelling. That's why it works. Problem. I used to waste time recording voiceovers, and I hated my voice, and I'd re-record over and over. Why it matters. If your audio is messy, people leave, even if your visuals are good. What people do wrong. They either record in a noisy room, or they talk too fast, or they sound unsure, or they give up and post without narration. The fix. AI text-to-voice with the right workflow. Proof. My videos got easier to make, and the quality stayed consistent. Call to action. Try this today and tell me which voice fits your vibe. Now let's talk about the 2 types of people watching this. If you are a creator who needs volume, you want speed. You want to post consistently without burning out. The Speed app is your best friend. If you are a creator who needs polish, you want control. You want it to sound like a documentary narrator, or a clean tutorial voice, or a high-end ad. The Control app is your best friend. And if you're smart, you use both. Here's my exact workflow. I write the hook and the first 3 lines in the Speed app. I generate multiple versions. I pick the best delivery. Then I take the entire script into the Control app, generate the full narration, and make tiny edits to the text based on how it sounds. Because this is the secret. You don't write for reading, you write for listening. When you write for listening, you use shorter sentences, you use natural words, you repeat key phrases on purpose, you add micropauses by using punctuation like commas and periods. You avoid long, complicated sentences that sound smart but feel confusing. Let me show you what I mean. BAT for listening is something like, in today's video, we are going to be exploring a variety of techniques that can help improve the quality of your content creation workflow across multiple platforms. Good for listening is, you can make your videos sound more professional in 2 minutes. Here's how. Now I'm going to give you some plug-and-play scripts that work insanely well with AI voiceovers, and you can adjust them for your niche. Script 1. I wish someone told me this sooner, because it would have saved me hours. If your videos aren't getting watched, it might not be your idea. It might be your audio. Here are 2 iPhone apps from the App Store that fix it fast. Script 2. I'm going to say something that might annoy you, but it's true. People don't skip your video because they hate you. They skip because they're confused. So I started using clean text to voice, and my videos instantly felt easier to follow. Script 3. If you make content and you feel stuck, do this. Write 1 sentence. Generate it in 3 voices. Pick the best one. Then build the whole video around that energy. Script 4. You don't need a fancy mic.
You need consistency. I use 1 app for fast hooks and 1 app for polished narration. And once you do it this way, you'll never go back. Now let's get into the most important part. How to make AI text-to-voice sound real. Step 1. Write like you talk. Don't write like a textbook. Step 2. Add emotion words. Words like honestly, weirdly, I can't believe, here's the crazy part, and the best part is, those words create a human rhythm. Step 3. Build in contrast. Slow down for the important line. Speed up for the list. Make the payoff feel like a payoff. Step 4. Cut anything that sounds like an intro. Most intros are just apologies in disguise. You don't need, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You need, here's the thing you're missing. And step 5. Make the listener feel safe. If your video is helpful, say it simply. Don't over-explain. Don't flex vocabulary. Make it easy to understand. Now I'll tell you exactly what I use each app for, because this will make your decision obvious. My Speed app is for hooks, captions, quick voiceovers, first drafts, rapid testing, and basically any time I want to create momentum. My Control app is for longer scripts, higher stakes videos, tutorials, storytelling, ads, consistent tone across a full narration, and any time I want the audio to feel like it belongs in a polished edit. Here's a practical example. Let's say you want to make a video about a productivity tip. In the Speed app, generate 3 hook options. Option 1. You're wasting an hour a day and you don't even realize it. Option 2. If you do this one thing in the morning, your entire day feels easier. Option 3. I stopped doing this and my focus doubled. Pick the best hook. Then in the Control app, narrate the full story. Here's the problem. Here's the mistake. Here's the fix. Here's how to do it in 1 minute. Here's the result. That structure is what keeps people watching. Now I want to address the fear that everyone has, but nobody says out loud. What if people judge me for using an AI voice? Listen, people judge you for posting. People judge you for not posting. People judge you for your camera, your lighting, your haircut, your opinion. So if you're letting fear pick your workflow, you're already losing. Your job is not to please the loudest critic. Your job is to communicate clearly and consistently. And if an AI voice helps you communicate better, then it's a tool. That's it. Now here's the viral trick that turns these apps into a content machine. You take one topic and you generate 2 completely different deliveries. One version is calm and educational. One version is intense and urgent. Same script, different vibe. Post both on different days. Watch what happens. One will usually outperform the other by a lot, and that teaches you what your audience responds to. Another viral trick. Turn comments into scripts. Ask people to comment their niche or their biggest problem. Then you reply with a video that starts with, you said this, so here's the fix.
You generate the narration inside your iPhone, you edit a quick visual, and you have an endless pipeline of content ideas that are guaranteed to be relevant because your audience literally told you what they want. Now to make this even easier, I'm going to give you a simple template you can copy for almost any niche. Start with, most people think blank, but the truth is blank. Then say, here's the quick fix. Then say, do this today. Then say, if you want more like this, tell me your niche. Example, most people think you need a fancy microphone, but the truth is you just need clean, consistent narration. Here's the quick fix. Use 1 app for fast hooks and 1 app for polished voiceovers. Do this today, and your next video will sound 10 times better. That's it. So if you're on iPhone and you want my 2 favorite AI text-to-voice generator apps from the App Store, think of them as 2 roles. One is the sprinter, fast, simple, momentum. One is the editor, precise, polished, consistent. Use the sprinter to move. Use the editor to refine. And if you want, tell me what kind of videos you make, like fitness, business, gaming, cooking, storytelling, or tutorials. And I'll write you 10 hooks and a full 1-minute script that fits your niche perfectly so you can paste it into your text-to-voice app and post today.